Oh!
Oh!
I'm having a hard time. Why hasn't anyone told me this?
What the hell is this? What the hell is this?
Dead! Nobody.
Okay.
Okay, we're going live in three.
Who's this?
I'm the producer. We're going.
What's your name?
Tiny Tim.
Okay, Tiny Tim. Okay, go ahead.
In 3, 2, 5, 4, 3. Play the Discord graphic.
Okay. This audio is off, right?
Absolutely, man. I think LeBron James is in this one.
Hello, LeBron James here, urging you to call in on Discord if you got something to say. You want to do a little bep.
Why is his audio so low?
Bep. Call in on Discord. Link in description. Let's take that again. Call in on Discord. Link in description. There we go. That's how it's done right there. That's how it's done. Call in on Discord. Link in description. My name's LeBron James. That's my name. And yeah, ask me anything, you know. Ask what's the host guy? Whatever, man. You know, do what you do.
Drum James.
Okay, got it. Okay, here we go. We're live. Jamie, are we live?
Yeah, we're live, man. Go ahead. In 5,
4.
4.
I already...
3.
2.
4.
Okay. We're live. Taking your calls. Let's see if there's anybody in here. Don't say anything that's going to get us banned, please. Okay? Is that too much to ask? Who we got in here? Who do we got in here, man? A guy named Juice. Oh, this is OJ Simpson. What does this say? What the hell does this say? Now I'm getting an error already. Juice, are you there?
Check.
1, 2.
And we got Juice live in 4, 5, 6, 2, 4. And Juice, you're live.
That was the producer.
Hello,
Juice
everyone.
Hi, Juice, hi. Juice has got something.
I got my Cuban out. I got my Cuban ready.
I just bite it for the look.
And I don't light it.
Exactly. Thank you. One of the greatest rap lines of all time by the great Will Schmidt. I just bite it for the look. I don't let. What was the writing process on that, you think? Do you think he wrote that? He had his Cuban cigar and he was biting it for the look and not lighting it. And he was like, I got to talk about this. I got to put this out there. I can't hide this.
Yeah, the writing process for getting jiggy with it, that's the song.
Did you getting jiggy with it?
That's the song.
Getting jiggy with it. And then, yeah, so he was getting jiggy with it probably. And he was like, oh, this is pretty jiggy what I'm doing right now with this cigar. You know, he had that cigar in his mouth.
And it was all wet.
It was all wet. That's the thing about a cigar. If you're just biting it for the look and not lighting it, that thing is gonna turn into mush. That thing is gonna turn into overnight oats.
It might be the leading cause of WMS.
Oh my God. The WMS, the wet mouth syndrome that you get with a bit not lit, is out of control. I wonder if you go into a cigar store, there's a bit not lit section. But anyway, Juice, great Juice, OJ Simpson, back from calling in from the beyond. What do you have to say to the
from the Bay Area? From the Bay Area.
Oh, I love it.
California.
You like the Bay Area, California? What the hell goes on there? Silicon Valley. You're one of those guys.
Yeah, just, the whole technocrat dystopian future that we're hurtling rapidly towards.
I was listening to Joe Rogan, I listened to Joe Rogan to try to figure out what's going on in the world, and he was saying that artificial intelligence is a very important thing. What do you think of that? I think he was saying that he wanted to kiss a robot or something. Joe Rogan said he wanted.
I mean, he needs a kiss. I feel on his little head.
On his little smooch on that little shiny head of his. People are saying we don't say that kind of stuff here, but many have said so.
That's right. As far as I haven't seen much of a change from the AI stuff. Just those specific companies are like very valuable now, but I don't think it helped. I don't think it's helped us.
It's it's a lot of hype, and so far what we got is LeBron James. I think LeBron James might be the peak of AI.
LeBron James.
It's to call it AI is just so funny to me, because if that, AI is, I guess LeBron is sentient, but
yes,
you could use a voice changer, and that's AI now. Mm-hmm. Like if we retroactively apply the term, then like Future, the rapper, is AI.
Mm-hmm. Yep, he is. Yeah. Yeah, you listen to that voice going all over the place pitch-wise with Future. He's technically an AI cyborg.
He was the first, the seed.
That's why he has that name, I believe. All right.
Oh my God.
Well, Juice, any last words from Juice? You didn't do it. If I did it.
If I did it, then I didn't do it. But if I did do it, this is how I do it. Because this is how we do it.
This is how we do it. Bye. That's Juice. The great Juice. If I did, I heard Joe Rogan talking about that his wife threw away that book, that OJ Simpson book. If I did it, I would like to. Joe Rogan should quit the show because I think even he knows he doesn't know what the hell he's doing anymore, and he should just do a reality show where we follow him around his house and his wife's throwing away all the weird crap that he has. Joe, why do you have a life-size sculpture of Tucker Carlson in here? Why do you have a stuffed wolf in here? We're throwing that away and then just arguing about it. But yeah, his wife threw away his signed copy of If I Did It by the guy who just called in, OJ Simpson. Aaron Brown, Tupac or Biggie? Oof. That's like an impossible choice, right? They both had their strengths. Tupac or Biggie, jeez. I think I might, like, if I had to, if I did it. If I really had to bite it for the look and not light it on that one. If I really have to
cut your meat,
I would go Biggie. But California loved it.
The man asks me a hard question.
California.
Look at my penis. Wrong.
That's enough, man. Cherry Max, are you there? We're here taking your calls at the top of the hour.
In Cherry Max, you are going to be live. You're in the green room right now. No one can hear this. I'm the producer, Tiny Tim, and Tiny Tim is my name for some reason.
Yeah, why is your name that?
It's definitely not just something that came up into my head because of the voice. What's the guy's name?
Can you hear me?
Cherry Max.
Whoa, Cherry Max, please! Hold on. You're yelling at me at this point. Cherry Max, you will be live on the show in 7, 4, 7, 6, 5, 4, 1. Count along, okay?
Okay.
5. Can I finish? Can I finish?
What?
5, 4,
4,
3,
2,
1.
Okay, Cherry Max,
go.
You're live. You were in the green room, and now you're live. Cherry Max, how are you?
Oh.
It's the weekend.
What? Get out of town.
Why isn't
Weekend
anyone,
time.
Why hasn't anyone told me this?
Why hasn't anyone told me this?
Yeah. I don't know. It's kind of news to me. That's crazy. Weekend
What the
right now.
hell is this?
Wait. Keep talking for a second, Cherry Max. What were you just saying? Say some more stuff, please.
Oh yeah, I was just saying that it's like kind of crazy that it's the weekend already. Oh,
Who
it's
do you
even
sou- who do you s-
Saturday.
Who
Jeez.
do you sound like? Who do you sound like? Who do people tell you sound
like a dude.
like? Well, what's up, Cherry Max? We'll figure out who you say. You sound like somebody. Put in the chat. You have a similar voice to some famous person. So we got 2 good callers today. OJ Simpson calling to defend what he did and if he did it. And Cherry Max, do you have weekend plans, Cherry Max?
Yeah, just kind of chilling in Kiev at the moment.
Okay. Really?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. And what's going on? What's
It's like
that?
1 o'clock almost.
And how's that? What's going on over there?
Just handing out snacks and band-aids.
Okay, I feel like Cherry Max is trying to pull one over on me already. But if not, I apologize. There's something untrustworthy about that guy, Cherry Max. So we have one very trustworthy guy who called OJ Simpson, who was trying to defend whether or not he did it. I don't know why I hung up on that guy. Jerf, are you there?
All right,
Hey! Jerf, are you there?
I'm here. What's good?
What's good, Jerf? How are you?
Living the dream, having a beer, chilling out on a Friday afternoon.
Friday after, what are you doing for the weekend? Give us some weekend plans.
I gotta go. I gotta go work tomorrow.
You gotta work tomorrow.
Yeah, but I get to go sell beer at a golf course, so that's not too bad.
Ooh, nice. So these golfers, they're out there getting wasted.
I hope so.
Okay. All
That'll
right.
make my day more fun.
And they're driving those carts around, driving them into the water and all that. And you-
Dangerously drunk, yes.
That seems like what the whole point of golf is, just like
Well,
you're.
Golf, bowling, like there's certain sports that I think you need to have a beer, I think, while you do it.
Because otherwise, you feel like you're just wandering around outside.
Yeah, well, especially bowling, like and golf to kind of the same extent. If you like mess up really bad, you have to turn around to all your friends who just watched you mess up really bad. So it really puts you on the spot, you know?
It is weird when you go bowling, right? And maybe you do something, you mess up or you do good. You have to turn around, and you feel like obligated to give some kind of look to the people.
Yeah, you don't want to look too excited or too disappointed, depending on how it went.
So let's give some advice to people who might go bowling with their friends, because it feels like some kind of weird pressure to give some kind of funny, like, what about that, guys? Just when you go bowling, turn around and say, "Don't look at me. Stop looking at me."
Either bring blindfolds for everybody or just sunglasses for yourself, so you don't have to make eye contact.
Yes. Good advice.
And sunglasses make you look cool too.
Well, Jerf, do you have anything to say to the hundreds of thousands of people watching right now?
Hundreds of thousands? No, I don't really have too much to say. I just wanted to say hi.
All right, will you call in next stream and let us know how this golf situation went?
Sounds good.
All right, bye. There he is. I watched that the second Happy Gilmore movie? Happy Gilmore 2? Man, what a disaster that thing. What's weird is it had like every celebrity in it too. Eric Andre, the actress from Substance was in it, right? and like half the movie was cutting back to the original movie. What the hell is that? They should have let. I mean, we here on this stream, we could have wrote a funnier Happy Gilmore 2. What happened there? What happened there? Let's cut back to the old movie every 10 minutes. What is that? It's like the one thing you don't want to do. And then Eric Andre is in there, you know, one of the funniest guys ever, and they're just like, hey, so for this movie, Eric Andre, can you not be funny? Just to avoid being funny in this. Serious question. Okay, I gotta rearrange all this crap. This is the most important thing when you're doing a stream. Make sure it's all messed up. What does this guy say? Serious question. Do I need to wear pants to watch the stream? We actually encourage people to not wear pants.
Huh?
Okay.
Look at my penis.
Okay, stop, man. Have you watched Friendship yet? Of course. Now we're talking. That's a good movie. That's my movie of 2020. Wait, is it? Yeah, 2020. What the hell is the year? Whatever the year is that came out, that's the movie of the year. The only celebrity I like is Carl Weathers. Ooh, okay. I did a Happy Gilmore double feature when it came out, and it was so annoying seeing all the old scenes I had just watched. Yeah. They should have just called that movie, hey, remember the first movie? Happy Gilmore 2. Remember the first one? People like that. Do you not agree? That's the full title. Okay. We do have a guest coming on at some point. BR1, are you there? BR1, you're on.
BR1, okay, you're in the green room right now? And you'll be live in 3, 2... What was that? What was that noise you just did?
That was a noise that I made with my mouth. Only one that I have.
Okay, well, let's try to limit that. Do you have that? Are you a sufferer of WMS? As a fellow
little bit,
sufferer...
yes.
Well,
Yes, I
me
gotta
too.
admit, I know it's shameful, it's demented, but I gotta admit it. I'm sorry.
Have you been to the doctor yet? Because they can prescribe you with wet mouth tanium. I've been taking wet mouth neum for the past couple months, and it hasn't changed my life.
Okay, hello? BR1,
Well,
are you...
I don't live in the U.S., so it's probably not gonna, break the bank too much to get some medicine.
Oh yeah, you get the free wet mouth neum. Wet mouth.
Yeah, man, there's like doctors all the time outside of my house just waiting to check up on my mouth. It's weird.
Do you suffer from that mouth going like? From that mouth do like? You might be interested.
I'm sure I do. Yeah.
What's going on, BR?
Whatever that was, I'm sure I do.
Well, actually a lot. Another yes. I mean, last time I called, I was living in my mother's house. Not anymore. I am officially an adult.
Wow.
So I have never been more stressed in my life. It's pretty cool, actually.
Do you miss your?
Got a girlfriend. Changed
Wow.
my job a bit.
Do you miss your
Been
mom?
fun. Yeah.
Do you miss your mom?
Yeah, a little bit. Sometimes.
Oh.
I miss her cooking, that's for sure.
Oh my gosh. Oh. Well, do you go visit? Are you gonna go visit her and be like, "Hey, mom, remember when we used to live together? You know, remember that? Are you gonna go visit her or what?"
Yeah, I'm actually going tomorrow. We're going to look at embarrassing childhood pictures with my girlfriend. It's gonna be fun.
Why do moms do that? It's like obviously your girlfriend wants to see pictures of you when you were a child, you know, but then the mom will be like, "Oh, here's one where you pooped your pants at a restaurant and the whole restaurant had to be evacuated, and there's you." You know, why do they do that? Why don't they pick the nice ones?
I think it's like a surreal art kind of thing, you know, like Pollock or whatever his name was. Like he makes like a weird thing, and he's like, look at this thing I made. Pretty cool, right?
Exactly. That's how because your mom loves you. You know, your mom was there for you since you were a baby. She sees things like that as art.
Mm-hmm.
She sees the beauty.
Definitely, yeah.
Oh, that's beautiful.
I am the best weird thing she's ever done.
Absolutely. You're her ultimate work of art. So, all right. So everything's going okay in this new place. You're not falling apart, right? Because this happens to a lot of guys. They don't have someone, helping them live in a home. Sometimes the place looks like you got like a crate for a chair and a PS5. Or you're not doing that, right?
No, I wouldn't say so. I actually moved out with a friend of mine. We've known each other for more than 20 years. So,
Okay.
it's kind of like living with a brother you actually choose. Pretty fun.
Any problems with this guy so far? Is he bringing like stray dogs into the home or anything?
What the hell
he
is
does
this?
like showering very loudly. He puts in like a lot of strange music that I've never heard before, and then he just comes out with a towel on his waist and just keeps singing, looking at me work. Because the bathroom is right in front of my bedroom door, so that's a whole thing. But he's cool.
Okay, well, look, next stream, get him on, and we'll be like, hey, man, look, you got to get this showering situation together. No more weird music. This is what you do. You go, oh, I got an idea for you, maybe to help you out with this. You get an Amazon order, and you're like, oh, this seems to have been delivered to the wrong house, but maybe we could keep this. It's waterproof earbuds and a robe and a shower robe. And I guess we could keep it. Do you want it? You say that like very innocent. Oh, do you want this? Maybe you could get some use out of this.
It's even got like your name engraved on it. That's pretty weird, right?
It's like those
I guess you gotta keep it now.
It's like those Jeffrey Epstein robes. He had it engraved. You could just get the Jeffrey Epstein robes for him. Be like, you seem like this kind of guy. Seems like something you
I think I saw one of those at a garage sale the other day, so should be able to get one.
All right, BR1, good luck. Call us back. Let us know how it goes. Okay?
Why hasn't anyone told me this?
Why hasn't anyone told me this?
What the hell is this?
Who else we got? I think we tried to talk to this guy last time and his audio was all not working.
Okay, Donnie, you will be live in 4, 5, 6, 7,
Hello.
8. Donnie, please, hold on. I'm doing my professional work. 9, 10, and you're live, Donnie.
Donnie, okay. Hey, and ladies and gentlemen, now live on the show, Donnie. Oh, wait, hold on.
That's me.
Okay, Angelfish says...
Hassan Parker.
Hassan Parker.
Hassan Parker.
Hassan Parker.
And now we have
I heard that guy.
We have live on the stream now Hassan Parker. I think Hassan Parker is calling in. Hassan Parker, are you there? Hey, yeah, it's me, Hassan.
I'm here.
It's me. Oh, hey, wait, hold on. Wait, who's Hassan Parker? I think I might be Hassan Parker.
There's some feedback.
Hassan Parker. Hassan, hold on. I'm getting some feedback on Hassan. Hassan Parker, what's going on with your phone? Hold on. Let's fix this. It's better? No, it's worse now, Hassan Parker.
Yeah.
Check my settings. Hold on.
Okay, way worse.
Too good.
Okay, sorry about that. Hassan Parker, go ahead. The real Hassan Parker.
That's me. I'm the real Hassan Parker.
Okay.
So I've got a grievance
Hassan Parker.
wrapped in a question.
Okay, let's
Is that
hear
okay
it.
with you?
Yeah, absolutely.
So
as long as it's not going to get us banned from YouTube.
Oh, no, nothing like that. It is about
Hassan
the
Parker.
prestigious 6-time award-winning Kwamen's show.
Oh.
And I don't know if you want to reveal anything about that show to the general public out here.
Hassan Parker.
That's for if you're a patron, there's this thing called
Gotcha.
Kwamen's show, where it's like 3 hours long, where we do all this. Everybody chimes in with their suggestion or comment, all this stuff. Okay, let's hear the grievance.
So sometimes you answer my question and you like really put some thought into it, and sometimes you don't. And so first of all, I got a problem with that. Second of all, what kind of questions do you like to answer, and how can I make you answer my questions in a serious way?
Okay,
That's my grievance.
Would you be against telling us what the latest question was?
Oh, I asked, what is your go-to joke at a party? and
Right.
you kind of blew it off.
Oh God. Well, I think I tried to come up with something funny. What was it? I said something kind of stupid about it. Well, look,
you just
I
a joke right before it. Yeah.
I think anything. What is it? Whatever can. What is that saying? Like it's more likely to contribute something to stupidity rather than malice or something like that. But I think that's what it is. I'm too stupid to come up with something interesting. A lot of the times, it's most likely that. It's just that.
Okay, so
my
yeah,
dying,
so I should
aging
just
brain just stops working at some point.
I got it. So I should ask you questions in a really like derogatory. No, sorry. I mean like a simple way.
Yes. Yes. Simple.
Okay.
Simple, easy to understand. If there's a way you could just put like a color or a shape or something, that would help.
Awesome. Well, I'm looking forward to the next Quamens show. Thanks for letting me be on the live stream today.
Oh, thanks, Donnie. Have a good weekend. Are you gonna stay in trouble, or are you out here staying in trouble or getting in trouble for the weekend?
Oh, I'm staying in trouble for sure.
There he goes. Thanks, Donnie. Bye bye. Good guy. Solid good guy right there. Everybody knows it. Everybody knows it. Everybody's aware of it. Okay. Who else we got here? Just talking to the various Cool Bad Boy Tobes. Cool Bad Boy Tobes, are you there? Is Hassan Parker still on the line?
Yeah, I'm still trying to figure out. How to calculate my audio.
You gotta fix that audio, Hassan Parker.
You're telling me, man. Hold on.
That's kind of nice. That's weird, okay. Hassan Parker. A well thought out character for the show. Hassan Parker. Cool Bad Boy Tobes, are you there?
I'm here.
Valuetained.
Cool Bad Boy Tobes, how are you?
I'm too alarmed to be on the live stream.
Oh, it's okay. It's fine. It's fine. Everything's fine. What are you doing this weekend? You got weekend plans or what's going on? Oh, there he goes. And he dragged himself out. Any luck with the audio, Hassan Parker?
I'm still working on it.
I think I got it.
Oh, there it is. Hassan Parker here with an absolute fire another one.
Okay, that's you?
Yeah, this is a real me here. Hold on a second, let me fix this.
Okay, that again, okay. Okay, that's Hassan Parker. Who knows what's going on there? Let's try some more calls. Bobin, are you there? Bobin, are you there?
Hello?
Hey, Bobin, how are you?
I'm great.
What's going on with you?
I didn't think to get cued in so fast. What's going on with you?
Oh, just chilling. Just chilling.
That's
Just chilling.
so cool.
Just biting it for the look and not lighting it.
Not lighting the look. Do you think that sports gambling should be required to watch sports?
This is a good question. This is a good question because you're more invested in it.
Yeah, I mean, if I'm seeing...
This is when you see somebody at like a bar or a sports bar and they're like, God damn you, whoever, Trey Young.
Yeah.
Damn you. They're like way too invested, it's like, it's supposed to be fun, man. The guy's like sweating.
Or even Bryce Young.
Yeah, Bryce Young. Come on, man. Come on, OJ.
There's lots of Youngs.
That's a guy in a bar watching a football, a current football game. He goes, "Come on, OJ."
This guy hasn't gotten a single rushing yard in forever.
In forever. What's he been up to as of late?
I keep taking the over 0.5 rushing yards on DraftKings. They're supposed to be freebies and they keep missing.
Are you
but if
on
the next
those?
one hits, I should be okay.
Are you on those apps? Are you on DraftKings?
No, my dad's on those apps. He keeps trying to get me into it.
What do you tell your dad? Are you like, look, Dad, you got to stop using my college money on that?
Yeah, well, I get a bunch of friends together and we kind of circle around him with him sitting on the floor and everyone else is standing.
Mm-hmm.
And we berate him for a little while.
You have a shaming, a public shaming of him.
Yeah, I mean, because there's no real better strategy that we've thought of so far.
Mm-hmm.
It's worked on one person. We've got one person public shamed to delete their draft king and stop betting the over on those 0.5 rushing yard specials.
They call that a king session, where
That's what they call it.
You get everybody together and you go, you got to get off there. We've already We've already been kicked out of 2 of our homes for not paying rent because you're doing all this stuff online. It's a king session.
Yeah, because every time I go to my parents' house, my dad's eating a tortilla chip burrito.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like, are you familiar with tortilla chips, like the crunchy ones?
Oh, yeah. I've heard of those. Yeah.
Yeah, and then you wrap it in a soft one, like the big one that you would make burritos in.
So he's doing like a double-decker kind of situation, but it's just the shells. Basically.
Yeah, but it's more nutritious than you think because the ones on the inside are corn chips.
Right.
But it's wrapped in a wheat tortilla.
Okay, so people who judge this dad on that, they're stupid. They're being pretty stupid.
They are.
Yeah.
Sometimes he put cheese on there.
Now we're getting almost too nutritious. That's like
Yeah, but that's only when the draft king pays out.
Right, obviously. He's like, ooh, I hit it big. Time to get some shredded cheese.
Yeah.
Put on there. Okay.
You get like the Mexi combo one.
Oh, that's...
You know the one.
Yeah, I like that one. That one's got a little bit of flavor in it.
Yeah.
Okay, so if anybody is looking for somebody to do this weekend, try a tortilla burrito with the Mexi shredded cheese. But that is if you hit a big win. If your team hit a big, or whatever spread you're doing.
Yeah.
All right. That's Bobin right there, giving us a dad update. We got a guest coming in pretty soon here. Glenn Greenwald just dragged himself out. The real Glenn Greenwald has been pretty pissed off lately. He's been pretty pissed off on his site, on his website, which is YouTube. He calls it his website. You know, this is what I've heard. This is secondhand. I can neither confirm nor deny this, but I heard this story that Glenn Greenwald said, "Oh, I have a website now," and somebody said, "Oh, let's check it." And he said he designed it himself, that he learned web design, and then he just opened YouTube. That's a story I heard. R.M. Brown for president. Should I run? I'm currently not a legal resident, so I think could cause some problems. But you will be, that'll be my first policy, will be it's mandatory to bet on sports on DraftKings. Repeater, are you there? It'll be free tortilla burritos for everybody. Is another one. Repeater, are you there?
Repeater is here.
Repeater, reporting for duty. What's up, Repeater? How are you?
Oh, I'm doing really good.
Nice.
This is amazing. Every time you're doing a live show, it's always when I'm working.
Oh.
But I actually took it off.
It's almost like it was planned.
It's almost like it was planned.
Well, how's work going? Is everything okay over there? You got it all under control or what?
You know, I have some meetings scheduled with my bosses in like a couple weeks, so I feel like it's a couple more weeks of me not getting laid off, probably.
Okay.
So that's good.
You're like,
I work
"Ooh."
in the construction industry, so things are a little weird for us right now.
Oh, I bet. So you're a little,
Not a lot of people wanting to build things. Yeah,
you're a little on edge.
a little bit.
What's
I wanted to make a recommendation to everybody. This is
tell me.
tangentially related to construction. I'm a project manager, so I'm not actually a handyman. And I just tiled my own bathroom floor.
Ooh.
I don't recommend people doing that. It's very hard.
Oh, yeah, a lot of that stuff, these little home projects, you're like, oh, I could do that. I could put up curtains or whatever, and then you start doing it. You're like, this is dominating my life. This is a nightmare. You end up you end up with 8 injuries. Your home is ruined. There's like water spraying out. You're like, all I was trying to do was put a mirror in the shower, and now the whole house is devastated.
There's 7 feet of water. How did this happen? I forgot to install drains.
One of my feet is off somehow. How did this happen?
God.
How did this happen?
Yeah.
Well,
have you done any projects like that?
You know what? I've tried to do, I mean, look, what I like to, I took a woodworking class, not to show off, but I was like, I should learn some of this. And we ended up making, basically what we made for the class is another piece of wood. We made it's a cutting board. We made a cutting board, but really
it's very meta. You're just making wood.
Yeah, but when you do something like that, you realize how little you know, because like the first hour of this class was like, wood is like alive basically, and it moves all around, and if you pick the wrong wood, you're done for. If you go wander into Home Depot and you pick the wrong wood, it's over before you even started. That kind of thing. But I
wonder if Ben Shapiro did that when he brought home his plastic bag of wood that one time. You remember that?
I bet you Ben Shapiro, he was like, I should do something with this. And he tried to like make a frame or something to frame himself with like a Barry Weiss hanging out or something. And it just like destroyed his home. And his wife made him stay in a hotel.
Many such cases.
Yeah, but it's good advice, Repeater. Don't try to do this stuff unless you're ready to really devote yourself, or just do something that's so simple that you can't mess it up.
Famous last words.
All right, Repeater, have a good weekend. Make sure nothing goes wrong on those construction sites.
All right. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. I wonder if, there's that Norm Macdonald movie, Dirty Work, classic, going back to the Happy Gilmore era. And there's a part where they're trying to get jobs and they pretend to be like construction workers and they don't know anything about it. I wonder if he's like that, where he's just like faking it. Probably not. Repeater sounds like he knows what he's doing. He's like, hey, pick that up, or whatever, Sounds like he knows what he's doing. He's giving some good advice. Okay. Emmy Martian.
$115 or whatever.
Okay, Emmy Martian, you're doing your own show. You're doing your own parallel show over there. Doing your own show. I want to hear from, I want to give Glenn Greenwald another try. He's got a real attitude. I like it. Glenn Greenwald. Okay, dragged himself out again. That's kind of what we expect from somebody with an attitude. Like Glenn Greenwald. Okay. Oh, let's try this guy right here. Tyler, a.k.a. Giggs, one of the great producers of the show, to which we owe. Oh my God. Hi, Tyler. How are you?
Hi,
This is Hassan Parker.
I'm one of the great commenters, as it were.
Whenever I see one of your comments, I go, "Here we go, here we go. This is gonna be a good one."
Because it's either gonna be, it can be anything. It can be a suggestion, a grievance, or some other miscellaneous thing.
It's
but
like
funny that I brought it up. Actually, it's actually one of the things I wanted to bring up is that I kind of got actually really concerned for the comments because I was like, I've been dipping a lot, double dipping a lot.
Oh,
and that's something that you joking. That's something. Yeah, I'm the infamous dipper. If
you're
it,
the
if it
infamous
were.
dipper. They got everybody in the comments goes, this guy's really dipping. This guy's
Yeah,
dipping.
because it's just I got a lot on my mind.
But you know what? It's fine because you're one of the, without you, the show's not possible. So you can do it. You can basically do whatever the hell you want, which you do.
Oh, okay. I did want to ask if that was okay because I was like, is this a joke that are you irritated with it?
No, keep doing it. Keep doing it, Tyler.
Okay. I also wanted to kind of go in here and ask if you had any advice for moving, because I know you made that big ass move to from Texas to New York.
Yes.
I'm going to be moving not as far. I'm going to be moving still in the state, but I am going to be moving because of just I'm going to be out of a landlord's place and into my own place thanks to my family and everything.
Whoa. Okay, that's pretty good. Okay. Here's the advice from somebody who just did it. If you could get people to help you, get people to help you. Or
I've got like tons of family and friends. And
okay,
everything.
you got it covered. You pretty much got it covered. And then you got to also just accept that it's annoying.
Okay. Yeah. And I think another thing I need to accept is that I'm going to be getting rid of junk. I need to not hold on to a lot of junk. I need to really downsize and really be like, am I going to actually is this really like a treasured thing? Like, you know how you have like junk around your house and you're just like, well, this has a lot of sentimental value. But then you like really think about it. It's like, do I really want this? Like sometimes it is sentimental and other times it's like, oh God, this is just junk. I'm just holding on to.
I think most of it, if there's like any question, remember that lady, what was her name? Marie Kondo? She was like, wasn't her whole message like, throw that crap away?
Marie.
I think she was a polite lady, but her message was really like, throw that crap away.
Was that her message?
I think she said that. I think she said that.
I don't know. I do not know of this Marie Kondo lady.
I think she said that. I think she said, hey, that's crap. Throw that. And people would be like, no, Marie, I don't want to throw. That's a family. That's passed down from my family. And she would just like,
was this the lady? Was this one of the ladies from like Hoarders or something? I'm not very aware of her.
I think she was an organizer. And she was a professional organizer, and she wrote books and stuff. And I think there was one episode of her show where somebody was like, no, Marie, I don't want to throw that away. My grandma gave that to me. My grandma passed away, and that was the last thing she gave to me. And Marie said, it's crap. And then Marie jump-kicked it into the dumpster. That's what I remember. I could be remembering that wrong. It might have been a dream I had, but I'm pretty... like 99% sure I saw that on that show.
Oh my God. Well, thank you so much for bringing me on.
Thank you, Tyler. Good luck.
You are constantly in my morning routine every day.
Oh, jeez.
When you upload, and I just wanted to say thank you so much. And I'm so glad I got to come on and ask you stuff, because last time I was just so flustered I couldn't even get my questions out. And I was like, I'll never get on another live stream. I'm ruined.
Well,
maybe that's why I asked so many comments.
Well, you're doing great, and you're very charming, and I'm looking at the chat right now, and they say that somebody just, like 10 people said, this is the coolest guy I've ever heard, and a lot of people are asking, is he single? Whoa, whoa, okay. All right. Well, Tyler, good luck with your move. When these family and friends are helping you move, boss them around a little bit. Be like, hey. Yeah,
I'll be like Kevin Sharkston.
Be like Kevin Sharkston. Be like, hey, do that better.
Hey. When they move a certain something in this place they aren't supposed to be, I'll just be like, no. Not there.
No. All right, Tyler. Bye-bye. Bye-bye to you. What did that guy just say? Hold on. Oh, man. Got these tabs all over the place. Clean your room from so this is from Dr. Jordan C. Peterbean. Okay, thank you. I grew up in Leavenworth, Kansas. People around town would get see-through electronics from the prison. My friend had a clear TV that came out of the big house. A clear TV? Wow. That's pretty cool. I would want a clear TV. What does this guy say? AI-generated anime avatar. They should bring back electronics with see-through plastic. Oh, this guy, okay. Where you can see all the circuits and stuff. Right. That's very Y2K. Remember those Apple computers that were like that? Okay, nobody cares. Nobody cares about that. Okay. Okay, let's take a few more calls. Let's take a few more calls, see what these people have to say. What's this guy doing? The Cursed, are you there?
Indeed here. Yes, I'm here. Check 1 2.
Got you. We got you. Cursed,
got you.
I can hear you live. You sound good. What
Holy Schmidt.
What kind of mic are you working with? Because it sounds pretty good.
I have no idea. It's like a dollar store nothing.
Whoa. Okay, so you know these fancy mics, these Shure SM7Bs and all this stuff. Maybe they're a little bit overhyped because you're sounding.
Yeah, I got this like $13 on Amazon or whatever. My buddy's got like a full like boom mic set up in his room and everything comes through there. I can hear a snake rustle in his tank, for God's sake.
Wow. Okay. All right. Perfect. Does it have like a picture of like some Pixar character on it or something?
Does what?
A lot of those dollar store mics, it's like, oh, this is a Hulk mic or something. It's like a Marvel. It's got a Marvel.
No, there's no. They're like knockoff Turtle Beaches. They have like the palm tree on them, but they're not Turtle Beaches.
Okay. All right. So I think we covered the tech portion of this. What else is going on in the world of the Cursed?
Oh, I just got back from my mom's place, and she gave me just like a huge sack of THC gummies. So I am just sitting here munching away on them, hanging out, listening to you, playing a stupid game. That's pretty much it.
What do they are these like fruit flavored, or what's the taste of these?
They're mango, roughly, I guess, but.
Okay. Are you kind of blitzed right now? Are you baked right now?
Reasonably.
All right, and you sound pretty good. You're handling it very well.
Well, thank you. My heart is racing right now. I saw you live in New York. I'm a big fan.
Oh man, that's so nice. Are you in New York right now?
No, I'm in Connecticut, so I drove to see you.
Wow, what's Connecticut like?
It's expensive.
It's more than it's worth. It costs more than it's worth.
Yeah, I would say so. The food is decent, though.
Yeah, people are saying that's where you go for pizza now. Is that true?
Yeah, it is true. Yeah.
What's the best pizza place? You're eating all these.
A lot of people won't tell you, but Colony Grill is yeah. They're an Irish pub. Funny enough, but their pizza, you eat a whole pie to yourself, basically, because the crust is real thin.
Oh.
So I usually order like 3 pies when I go there.
That's what I was going to say.
Because you could just crush it.
Your mom gives you all these THC gummies. You eat 1.5 pounds of THC gummies, and then you're like, I got to get some of that. I got to get some of that New Haven pizza. And then you walk out of your house to try to get it, and then you're like, wait a second, where am I? And then you realize you just walked into your neighbor's house or something. Right. I realized I only went down the stairs in the first place. I never even went out. All right, the Cursed. Have fun. Talk to you later. Connecticut boy, many people call him. What's his mom doing with all those THC gummies? You know? What's her deal? going on with that mom? Anyway. Oh, Jesus Christ. Jesus Christ, are you there?
Toilets.
Hi.
Hey, is this Christ?
Yeah, sure.
What
We all are, right?
What advice do you have for us as the Lord?
So hydrate.
Okay.
Give Glengarry another chance.
Yes.
Maybe?
He keeps
No
dragging
pressure?
himself out.
Yeah. It's fun, isn't it? He's like really coy.
Should I get Glenn
Like a fish.
Greenwald? Should I try to get Glenn Greenwald on a stream? I think he would have a lot of attitude. Like I could get in some kind of an argument with him, and he would just give me a hard time. He would be like, he would do one of these right here.
We know.
She spit on them.
What do you think? Should I try to get him on?
I think you're like on a different level. I think.
Whoa.
I think you're too big for him now. I'm sorry.
Whoa.
But you're thinking of the little guy, which I really appreciate for sure.
What if I got Glenn Greenwald on and I was just giving him advice, like I'm like above him on how to get views? Like you got to do those thumbnails better, Glenn.
Yes.
He's like,
Read like the crypto course. What do you call them? Like the crypto value, current crypto values.
Like a hustler's university kind of thing. I try to sell him the whole time.
Yes.
All right, Christ, there he is. The great Christ, the creator of all things, beginning and end. Let's check out this guy, Fishmonger. Fishmonger, are you there?
Hello.
Hey, Fishmonger, how are you, man?
I'm doing good. I was just calling to give you an update on some of the salmon and halibut I plan on sending your way.
Oh man, I can't wait for that.
Yeah, so as long as you found your home for the next 2 weeks, I'll give you an update, and you just make sure you put those in the freezer as soon as you get them.
Okay, that's great. That's great to do when you're on a live thing is sneeze. That's amazing, Fishmonger. Okay, you know where to send it? Should I DM you?
Yeah, I got your DM, so I'll be sending it, and I'll give you an update. I mean, this fish is almost too good for Casa D'Angelo.
Oh man, that's a pretty bold claim right there.
Yeah,
and I don't know if I might have to cut this out because I may or may not have a a sort of behind the scenes deal with Casa D's.
Ooh, exclusive. Hopefully this isn't a conflict of interest.
So I do want to do like a live on-stream tasting of this fish, and maybe we could shout you out. You could be on there, and I could be like, "Wow," we could shout you out. Do you go to like these markets? Do you go to these like farmers markets or whatever, and you're selling this fish, or how does it work?
So I go out, catch them in the ocean or on the river, maybe fight some bears along the way, see some whales. And then it just kind of adds up over the summer, and then I just give them away to friends and family, and then save enough for me throughout the Alaskan winter.
What's the trick to catching fish?
You have to be patient, and you really just feel the rod and know when to pull.
Right. I saw this guy fishing once, and I think he was doing it the wrong way because he was like, "Take the bait, you morons!" He kept yelling at them.
Yeah, fish famously don't speak English, so that won't work.
Yeah, he didn't get that. All right, well, I'll let that guy know to stop screaming at those fish. Talk to you later. I can't wait for that. That's amazing. I can't believe I have access to what Fishmonger's doing there. It's amazing. Okay, let's check this out. What we got? Okay, I just opened some weird app. Just accidentally opened some weird app. Oh, man. Okay, we're having all kind of problems right now. We're having multiple problems at the moment. Let's take a call in the meantime. Dr. Swess. Dr. Suess, are you there? Now we're having problems.
It's Dr. Swoops.
Dr. Swoops, you've told me this before, and
Yes, sir.
And I got a lot of problems. I got a lot of problems with you, Dr. Swoops. Dr. Swoops.
Okay, well, first off, can Hassan Parker get a word in?
Oh, I was speaking over him because I'm afraid that he'll own me in a debate. That part's true.
He is pretty good at that.
Man, he owns people. He was supposed to debate Charlie Kirk like today or yesterday or something.
The muscular class martyr.
I know. But anyway, Dr. Swoops, what the hell do you have to say to these people? You know?
Well, really, what is up with Glengarry Glen Ross? Like, why? It seemed like a pretty good critique of, like, salesmanship and our economic system, and then David Mamet went on to be like a total wacko. So was like the message of the movie that this stuff is all good, actually? Like, we should want to be yelling at each other all the time?
You know what's weird is that, David Mamet, he's been on, like, I think he walked out of Bill Maher or something. I think he walked off Bill Maher. But
that would make sense.
There's some kind of weird vibe to him where he seems to kind of be falling asleep too. I guess that's, maybe that's why he's a Trump guy, is because he's just pro old guys falling asleep publicly.
Oh, well, I can't wait until I'm that old guy falling asleep publicly with my mouth just wide open.
Like somebody's talking to you, and mid them talking, you just kind of like drift off.
Of course.
But that's David
Mamet. And
Mamet
then snore real loudly.
You know what's weird too is that they also they did a Broadway play of Glengarry Glen Ross with like Bob Odenkirk and Bill Burr and all this. And it's like, the guy who did that is just like losing his mind on like podcasts now. It's weird, right?
Yeah.
It
is. Man, I really wanted to see that on Broadway. That would have been cool.
Absolutely. All right, Swoops. Get the hell out of here, Swoops. All right. Okay.
Hassan Parker here with another one.
Why do you sound like that still?
What? I went through all the trouble to fix my crap, and now what's the problem now?
You sound like you're in a hallway or something.
Oh, I am. What's wrong with that? I put my mic at one end of the hallway and I'm on the other end. You're saying that's wrong now.
I mean, is that what you want to sound like?
No, I saw on a YouTube video this is how you're supposed to set up your sound.
I for some reason, I doubt that.
I doubt you. I doubt your ability to not shut up, ever.
Okay. All right, that's Hassan Parker. That's Hassan Parker doing God knows what. Okay. Great comedy bit there. Raw Diggity Dog, are you there?
A crystal flute.
Okay, there's me in the background.
Poop.
Yo.
Are you?
Yo.
Yo, Raw Diggity Dog, what's going on?
Nothing, man. What's going on with you?
Oh, just chilling. It's the weekend. What are you doing this weekend? What are you doing this weekend, Raw Diggity Dog?
Keeping it raw, first of all.
Whoa!
And just chilling.
All right. What do you think about this whole? What do you think about this whole thing with that guy? What's his name? Glenn Greenwald. He keeps dragging himself out of the chat. What do you think's going on there?
I don't know, man. Something weird's going on there.
Should we shadow ban him?
I think we should definitely shadow ban him.
Okay.
That would be my advice.
Okay. Thanks, Raw. He's shadow banned. Put it in the chat. Should we try to reach out to Glenn Greenwald to get him on the show? We won't do anything news related. I'll just be like, what's with your attitude, man? What's going on with your attitude? You got a little attitude. I would get him to teach me how to do the pause, the lawyer pause that he does. You know, he makes a point, then he's just like stares at the camera. It's like, what do you think? Basically, when he does that, he's like, what do you think of that? What do you think of that, what I just said? You know? You know?
She spit on them. You know.
It's called the...
She spit on them.
Pause. Okay, nobody cares. Whoa! Got somebody coming in here. Hold on. We got a guest. We got a guest.
We got a guest.
We got a guest. Whoa! Okay, wait. I'm positioning you in the possibly the least flattering way. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, we have friend of the show, Straighterade.
Wait, how come I can't see you? I just see your icon.
Well, Straighterade, because if I'm being totally real on this, I don't know what I'm doing stream-wise, and I need help.
No
I'll figure
worries.
this out the next time you come on. We'll figure out the correct way to do this. But
No, wait, so like I'm not only they'll be able to see me.
You're the only one. You're the only
Okay.
one who can't see me.
Why is that the way that it is?
It's a great question. Why is that the way that why does it lie? Why does it lie? We might say.
Okay,
But
because
look,
last time I got you to do it, but like now I'm opening and you're doing your like green screen business, so I didn't realize that.
That's what it is. That's what it do. And I'm Straighterade, I promise you have my word, next time we do this, you may or may not be able to see me. I can promise
Okay.
you that. But ladies and gentlemen, introduce yourself for anybody who doesn't know.
Hi guys, my name is Aaron, aka Straighterade. RM Brown and I go way back, like a whole like 3 months or something. I can't even remember how we found each other, but I guess I already watched your content, but you watched me because Majority Report has covered times that I've gone on different debate shows, including shows on the Valuetainment Network, on the Whatever podcast, to debate. I've debated Dave Rubin, I've debated Charlie Kirk, and others. And that's how
Wow.
it found me. So
I think I heard you talking to Matt Leck. I think that's where I became
yeah,
aware
that's
of
what it was on Left Reckoning.
And you're close to the PBD universe. You and Adam are close
Right.
friends, from what I heard. You're basically
We're
best
besties,
friends.
pretty much.
Besties. I heard you guys were married. Is that true?
No, those rumors are
Those
false.
rumors. Okay, so
Unfortunately,
that's been
just rumors. Yeah.
That's been debunked. One thing I wanted to ask you about, we can talk about whatever you want, but I heard you talk. You were kind of debating somebody what's that guy's name? The lawyer dude.
Pisco. I was debating Pisco.
You were debating him about the David Pakman thing. What's going on with that? Because I kind of I saw some stuff about that. Give us a summary of that. Because you seem to know what you were talking about with that. This whole dark money thing.
Everyone's favorite internet journalist, Taylor Lorenz, penned an article for Wired magazine that frequently reports on pop culture and tech stuff about Chorus, which is an organization that was founded in 2024, I think less than 2 weeks after the election, by Brian Tyler Cohen, who is a co-founder, as well as somebody else. And it is understood as a project, that's how it's described in the contracts that she viewed and wrote about in her article, as a project of the 1630 Fund, which is a dark money group that frequently donates to Democrat-aligned, DNC-aligned causes, campaigns, etc., with the exception of donating to RFK Jr.'s campaign in some areas, but it was as a spoiler, not because they really supported him. And everybody knew about, well, not everybody, but people knew about the Chorus group because Brian Tyler Cohen, David Pakman, and other creators had talked about being affiliated with them. But there's a program within Chorus called the Creator Incubator Program, where there are some creators that are being paid up to $8,000 a month to just be themselves and attend like messaging meetings and talk about like democratic strategies and stuff, but they're not required to say anything. They don't actually have to, like, they say that there aren't restrictions on their content, which is like technically true, but they were not allowed to disclose that they were a part of this paid program through Chorus unless they spoke to Chorus first and got permission to disclose it to their audience. And so out of 90 creators, we only know like 5, 6, like less than 10 of them. And they were all of them were kind of like, oh yeah, like I don't have to disclose that. Like they're not making me do anything, but anything that even has the appearance of potentially influencing your content or having some form of like a creator having somewhat relinquished editorial control, they probably should have disclosed to their audience, because I think so much of the controversy just comes from the fact that they didn't disclose it, not even that they like took the money.
That's what I was thinking. It's like if you just said, hey, we got this thing. And I guess it's weird too that I think Taylor Lorenz was talking about this, where it's like, we don't know who, the dark money thing. We don't know who these big donors are or what their intention is, and yada, yada, yada. But yeah, I think if they just would have been like, hey, we're doing this thing, if they talked about it a lot, it would have been harder to make it seem, troubling. But
right,
yeah, it's been a thing, I mean, with a lot of people where it's like, I mean, and this is also like old media where there's these conflicts of interest, with advertisers and all this. That's kind of what I was thinking too, where it's like, oh, it's the old media recreating itself, where you might not be like, oh, I gotta really self-censor, but they'll seek out people to boost who they already like what they're saying. And then, it could be like, hey, I don't want to piss these guys off, so I better watch what I say, kind of thing.
Yeah, there's like a chilling effect. And I think that like so much of the controversy is like the people doth protest too much, like this kind of insistence that like it doesn't change anything about my content. It's like, then why are you being so sketchy and dodgy about, one, why did you not, no one disclosed it before this article, so clearly it was not something that you were really interested in sharing with your audience. And then there was one creator who like debunked the article on her TikTok. It was like she made like a 10-minute TikTok, which I didn't even know you can make TikToks that long, going over different parts of the contract, but it kind of just reinforced, in my opinion, like what the article had said, because they don't actually show any parts of the contract to keep the sources anonymous, because the different contracts could have like watermarks, and of course would be able to like track whose contract had been leaked and whatnot and take legal action potentially. But it was validating the reporting, and this creator was like, oh, well, I don't always comply with it, and I've never faced a penalty or gotten in trouble. And it's like, but well, just because they've never taken action, that doesn't mean that the contract isn't enforceable. They could enforce that contract whenever they want, and you going like, like I break it, like I've told people. When you telling your friends or private people is different than you having disclosed to your viewers. Obviously, there's no way for them to know that you've told a private friend, but they probably would have caught wind if you had told your viewers without talking to them. And two, if you set up a meeting with a politician and you have to loop them back in, and you've not been doing that, that's also you in violation of it, and it still doesn't change the fact that you agreed to all of these terms, which is what the article is about.
Oh man, that's rough. Somebody said in the chat, they said, I hate Taylor Lorenz, but she's the best journalist in the past 50 years. She does have, I don't know enough about her. I think I kind of saw some stuff, but she has this like, a very like, I mean, I would be kind of scared if I were her, because like she has this like weird mix on the internet where some people just like absolutely hate her, but it does seem like she did some serious journalism here, where she got these contracts and all this, and nobody's really taken issue with the actual journalism yet, right? It's just sort of like Taylor Lorenz is a barf or whatever.
Well, did you see Brian Tyler Cohen's response to it?
He said she's a troll or something.
He starts off by saying she's a troll, and then he goes on by the end of it to say that he says, like, he reads out like a byline of the article, and he's like, this is a complete lie, none of this is true. And then he goes on to like debunk it, but like he keeps again saying that like everybody knew that Chorus existed, but it's like, okay, there's 90 creators in this program. We don't know who's in it. And you saying that there's the existence of the program itself and the fact that it was funded by the 1630 project. That's what was not disclosed. That would be like saying, like if I had been paid by like some super PAC or something like that, and I tried to point to the fact that like, but everybody knows that like that PAC exists as proof that like I had disclosed I got money from them. Like no one was saying that Chorus is a secret. They were saying the program itself was secretive and that who is in it we still don't know. That's what's secret. And then he said he like took a clip of Candace Owens probably making some snide remark towards her, and he was like trying to insinuate that like Candace Owens and Tucker Carlson are like besties, even though the majority of her reporting has like been on the right wing. So she and Tucker and like Candace are not like close at all.
Right. Yeah, it's another interesting thing. Like around the same time, there was this story that blew up about Tim Dillon and all these comedians going to Saudi Arabia for this comedy fest. I don't know if you saw that.
Yeah,
like,
I saw that. Like Bill Burr is like taking money from them.
That's another part of this story with like the bigger creators. It's just like, what? Like, why? You're like a multi-millionaire. Why did you need another,
the hookup
like,
with the Saudis? Like, why are you doing that?
Yeah. But it's the same thing with this Taylor Lorenz story. It's like, did you really need another like $5 or $8 grand or whatever?
That's the weird thing. So David Pakman's in it. I'm assuming David Pakman, who's like, his time is very valuable. He is a famous online commentator who has millions of subscribers, gets millions upon millions of views. His Patreon alone generates like $54,000 a year. He has a page of sponsors. Like no shortage of money. He has to be a millionaire. Is taking $8,000 a month. He said it was in a mentorship capacity. But when they go on to describe what the mentorship capacity, like what the mentorship information is, it's like, oh, telling them what ring lights to use and how to optimize their thumbnails. And I'm like, you mean to tell me some people are being paid thousands and thousands of dollars a month so you can teach them with this group, so they can be taught? Doesn't it usually go the other way, that like if I want to be taught by David Pakman how to become like a famous YouTube star, I would have to pay him? They would not pay me to do that. So for one, and for two, it's like, so you're telling me that they pay them $8,000 for like $20 worth of information? Like, does any creator, all of these are like up and coming creators, but it's like you're telling me they don't know like how to Google search, like how do I improve my thumbnails or how do I improve SEO? It was weird to think that like, yeah, people are gonna be like, oh, okay, you were getting paid all that money to like tell them how to like turn on a ring light.
Right. So this guy who you were debating, I've watched some of his stuff. I saw him on Tim Pool, and I thought he did a good job on Tim Pool. He totally, I was making fun of some clip where he really, I mean, and maybe it's not the hardest thing to do to corner Tim Pool into making a goof of himself, but what was his angle on this? He was debating you about this. What was his angle?
His angle was feeling that the article contained misrepresentations and false statements. He didn't say lies. He was specific to say false statements because he did not think it was accurate to characterize a contractual obligation of the creators as having to funnel everything that every interview or collaboration that they did with a politician or somebody that was relevant to Chorus's policy agenda, which is what's in that contract, as accurate to say that it must be funneled. But when you looked at the contract's language in the third clause, which that TikToker kind of obscures, it validates to me, like I actually had like come around to what he was saying, but then I was like, oh wait, this like third clause, let me pull it up. That they show, it says book engagements. Chorus will provide contractors with access to the Chorus newsroom, which they don't describe. There's like no appendix, which coordinates booking and engagement opportunities for creators with government officials, policy and nonprofit experts, and others whose expertise and experiences are relevant to Chorus's progressive policy agenda, which I couldn't find anywhere. Contractor agrees to 1, utilize the Chorus newsroom to book engagements, 2, disclose to Chorus newsroom personnel any engagements with government officials or others on topics related to Chorus's policy agenda that contractor arranges through other means, and 3, collaborate fully with Chorus regarding all such separate arranged engagements. Contractor further agrees to participate in newsroom events or booking opportunities in person or remote at least twice per month. So there's a participation quota. And that third, like when it says collaborate fully with all such separate engagements, there's no evidence that they have said, hey, you can't talk to that politician or that person, but it seems to me that there's wiggle room within the contract that if they wanted to do that, that would be something that maybe they could force as a part of the contract and withhold payment or issue a penalty if the creator doesn't want to do that.
Right. Yeah. I think that's one of the things that Taylor Lorenz was talking about, right? That there is this in the contract, it does seem like there's some measure of control there over who they're talking to, but also like, I mean, the main thing to this story is just like, you know, like if you have money from these sources that are basically anonymous, you know, you do want to disclose that like all the time, and it's like just a way to boost. It's a way to like rig it, kind of control an attempt to control public discourse or whatever, or what people think, what people see and hear. Right.
He talks about having to do like daily messaging check-ins, and it's like, okay, so they're not forcing you to say it. They're just inundating you with this information and their framing from their perspective that aligns with their agenda multiple times a week, every single day, with the hope that you start to naturally incorporate it into your content. Obviously, they don't mandate that you do it, and if you don't, they may or may not kick you out of the program. There's no language that suggests that if you don't, of course, you're going to get in trouble or anything like that. But that could be part of like the rubric to say that like which creators are we getting our return on versus which ones are not, you know, picking up the skills, quote unquote, that we want them to. And that could be by evaluating their content and seeing how much language from what they've taught them in these workshops that they actually end up incorporating into their commentary. You know, so like it's like a soft power thing. Obviously, there's not going to be a contract that is as explicit as saying you must say this, you may not criticize this person, you may not do that. I don't think any of these creators would have agreed to that. But this idea that like, oh, nothing to see here, you guys. They're just getting up to $8,000 a month so they can be told how to turn on a ring light and listen to presentations like 5 times a week.
Yeah, exactly.
Give me a break. Like, come on.
Yeah. That's kind of what I took from it. All right. Well,
like, Brian Tyler Cohen has explicitly said that the purpose is that he feels that, of the organizations, that he feels like Republicans are completely dominate online and that Democrats need to catch up. So I created this thing, and it's like, okay, so that's you saying that like you have explicitly partisan aims. Like the group itself is a 501c4, so it's nonpartisan. That doesn't mean it lacks an ideology. That just means that they can't engage in like a bunch of electioneering behavior and they can't endorse candidates. But obviously there is a bias in the there's an ideological bent and agenda that they have, and they're allowed to do that. But it's obviously one that's friendly to Democrats, and like, you know, to pretend otherwise, it's like, okay, that's for legal purposes. I understand that like there's a wink, wink, nod, nod, and you do all the loopholes so that legally it can be classified this way. But then to try to like pitch that to the public as like, oh, don't worry, because look at all these loopholes that we're engaged in that you're like, people aren't going to zoom out and see the bigger picture, is just silly to me.
For sure. All
like,
right.
Wouldn't you want them to be happy and like saying, I'm part of Chorus? Like the whole point of the people that are in like the Daily Wire and TPUSA, like, you know that they're ambassadors or they're contributors to those outlets, and they're proud to be. So it seems weird to me to like do it try to do it with all of the secrecy. But I just think I agreed with Taylor at the end, which is that, you know, if Democrats and like both supporters or the institutions, like if they want to support these efforts, one, support media organizations and apparatuses instead of like individual people, because it's always going to come off like you're just trying to create little propagandists, you know?
Yeah.
And for two, like relinquish, they need to control so much. They need to be okay with not being in charge of literally everything, and like give some leeway to the like trust that the creators like know what they're doing.
Yeah, exactly. I think that's a good summary. And so in this debate, how much did this guy you were debating sway you? I mean, do you think he was making a good case, or was he missing this bigger picture, do you think?
I felt like he was missing the I thought by the end of that conversation, he had convinced me that the word funnel was not appropriate, but this was before I had seen the third clause of what was in that contract that she showed, because her head was covering it. So I've reversed my position since then, and I do think that the article is accurate, there aren't any falsehoods or lies, and they've only made updates. They've not made any correction or retractions for it. So Wired Wired is a trusted outlet. They stand by the reporting, and all of these people had the opportunity to comment when she was making it, and none of them commented. And she also said, like, they also could have disclosed, like, because I was going around asking them about it, like, in the time that it was taking me to write the article, they could have, of their own volition, started to disclose it, and then I wouldn't have had a story anymore. But none of them did that. So I see it as just like all of these unforced errors on Chorus's part, and I think that's mostly where, and I think that they were like. They were intentional in the sense that they were intentional decisions made by Chorus's leadership. What they didn't expect was the backlash.
Right.
So I think that Pisco is kind of more likely to say, like, oh, it was like, if there was any, he like tweeted out, like, if there was any mistake. Let me see what he tweeted out. Hold on.
And calling her a troll, I think, was a bad move too. It seemed like, I mean,
it was just like a personal attack. Like, that's not actually. It was like, no, you. Also, Candace Owens likes her. Also, she's a troll. I'm like, but this is not really relevant to any of the claims in the article. It just seemed like it was a big distraction.
She does. It's interesting. She was just on the Adam Freeland show, and it's interesting, kind of the, because she used to go on Piers Morgan a lot, and Piers would try to like trap her, because that guy. Piers Morgan is like an idiot, I think, but he would try to trap her into these like rhetorical things and stuff, and
she also puts her foot in her mouth though, because she said on she came on for the Luigi Mangione thing, and she said, I felt such joy when
right.
And then but like 2 seconds later she retracts it. She's like, well, not joy, and then like explains.
Right.
But
I think she did a good job of making sense of her position in that. But she is like a lightning rod, and like people take the bait on her stuff sometimes, or give her the most uncharitable interpretation, like Piers, I think.
Yeah, well, because he kept, as soon as he said that, it's like he immediately seized on. He was like, "Oh, did you just say that you felt joy? You felt joy? You felt joy? Like,
did you say you felt joy? How dare you?" So there's another thing I wanted to ask you. Did you say you debated Charlie Kirk?
I did debate Charlie Kirk. I was on the Whatever podcast, and we talked about like birth control, feminism, like a lot of different, like abortion.
Did they kick you out of one of those things? They kicked you out.
They did, but that wasn't the one that I got kicked out of.
What did you get? What did they kick you out for? Somebody got upset.
They kept asking me if I was a virgin. I wouldn't answer, and so they said, "Oh, she's just a troll because she won't answer our troll question." Right. And then they kicked me out.
That's a weird. I mean, that's the thing with those kind of podcasts is they are weirdos. A lot of those people are weirdos, right?
Yeah, like I was like, what is? I don't understand.
What's the relevance of such questions?
Well, I understand the relevance is that I'm there to be a punching bag and humiliated, and for them to like show me what's what. But what was weird to me is that they didn't have like a reaction to it. Like, it was like I'm like, have you really never encountered somebody on this show that doesn't want to answer that question? Like they kept asking me over and over and over.
None of your business. Hold on, I got a super chat here. I've never seen anyone with more of a I will do whatever it takes to become a media personality. Wait, hold on, I can't speak English. Media personality vibe than Brian Tyler Cohen. DNC shill clown. Whoa, harsh words there from Sprezara. What do you think of that? What do you think of that sentiment?
I don't watch Brian Tyler Cohen. I have watched David Pakman before, and I think that these people just have like different goals than I do, because they wake up to me and their only thought just seems to be like, from the moment they're awake to when they go to sleep, how do I get Democrats elected? And that's kind of like synonymous with what's good for the public.
Right.
But to me, what's good for the public doesn't sometimes overlaps with what Democrats want, but there's a million other times where it doesn't. So that's not my first and foremost thing. I want Democrats I don't want Republicans in power. I would rather have Democrats win. I prefer them in the two-party system. But he is a strict, like overt and like proud partisan in a way that I don't find interesting, and I'm like when I look at his content, I'm thinking like, who watches this? This is to me like
Yeah.
Blue Fox News.
I think he used to come up for me, and there seemed to be something off about it. But doesn't that seem like a bit of a lost cause too? It's like, especially if you're trying to reach younger people, which it seems like they seem pretty off board with both of these parties, you know. And I'm in New York right now, and we got, you know, Zoran out there, who, you know, if you're talking about electoral politics, he seems to be like at least some kind of a model. Like, that's another weird part of this, is just like what they're doing seems like very much a lost cause.
Well, that's the thing. Okay, and I'm sorry. Yeah, this is purity testing. So Brian Tyler Cohen describes himself as a progressive, and so I'm like, okay, like, how progressive are you? And I have everybody has their litmus tests. The things that I busted out are, I'm searching on his Twitter anytime, any mention of Gaza, any mention of Palestine, any mention of Bernie Sanders, and any mention of Zoran Mamdani. Because how could you, if you really, all you want is Democrats to win, no matter what, then you should be enthusiastic that, like, when the party is at an all-time, like a 30-year all-time low approval rating, even among registered Democrats, that Zoran Mamdani is this like young Democrat that is actually popular with people. Because the only other popular Democrats are like AOC and Bernie, but like Bernie's really old and AOC can't carry the party herself, so like we need a lot more AOCs, Bernies, and Zorans, and he's like never mentioned him once. Like, I found one clip on his YouTube channel, and it wasn't Brian Tyler Cohen giving any commentary. It was him. It was just a clip of Zoran Mamdani talking shit about Trump, and he was like, he had uploaded that. And then there was the only mention of Gaza that I saw that wasn't after Trump was already in office, was just to say, yeah, that might bother you, but you should still vote for Democrats. And then in another live stream, somebody linked me a clip of him saying that that's not his lane. And so he can't really talk about it. And so I guess it's like, he thinks he needs to like read something in a history book first before he can say that starving these kids is really bad or something. Like, he doesn't want to talk about it yet. And I'm like, okay, it's been 2 years. Like, you could have ventured into that lane a little bit if you wanted to make a statement, but he doesn't want to. And and during 2020, because he's had his channel for years, he never mentioned Bernie at all during the like Democratic primary thing. So to me, I'm like, how are you a progressive? Like, you're not, you know, you just seem like a moderate Dem.
Yeah. And even like, you know, at this point, like supporting Bernie seems like a pretty moderate.
That's the thing. It's like, that's like the bottom of the barrel. That's like not pushing any boundaries, you know. And I'm not expecting people to like, I'm not trying to introduce you know, new crazy things, but it's like, as the times evolve, like that just seems to be a given that you would support Sanders, you know.
Yeah. So then in the end, like the sort of bottom of this story is sort of like, yeah, there are going to be people who in secret are going to throw a lot of money at these kind of content creators, because it's like, you want to keep it in that two-party, you know, mono-party kind of thing, rather than like, hey, you know, the only way out of this is something, is like a much, not a much, but just like any kind of change. And that seems to be like the bigger picture to this story, maybe.
Right, like they're not, I think that they're seeing like the pivot and the changes that are being like, one, to me, people were like, see, Chorus doesn't have like a party line to toe because they have people that are critical of Israel in it. And I'm like, but that's compatible with being very, very pro-Democrat, because AOC is critical of Israel. Like, Rashida Tlaib is critical of Israel, but she's still a Democrat, a registered Democrat. She's still in office as a Democrat. Like, she still campaigns for and caucuses with them. Like, that's not a contradiction, for one. And for two, it's like, what do you think that they're doing? They are like, it's obvious that if her criticism of Israel ever, and the party ever went so far that she said, don't vote for Democrats or vote for the DSA or vote for the Working People's Party or whatever, or just don't vote at all, I don't think she'd be at Chorus much longer. Because it's not like, you can criticize Israel, but you can't criticize the Democrats on like how they handle Israel so much that you're saying you wouldn't vote for them. That's obviously the red line to me.
Yeah, and that's a crazy thing. I think it's like, you tell me if these polls are true or not, but it's like people who are self-described like Democrats or whatever, like the vast majority of them are really like off board with Israel. But then you have a party who's like not that, is sort of like, okay, well then like who's being represented here kind of deal. And that makes this whole story even more troubling, you know?
There was a poll that came out recently. Let me see if I can't find it. And it's like for the first time, if I put, a majority of Democrats are considering themselves a progressive first and a Democrat second.
Whoa.
So yeah, this was like an NBC News Decision Desk poll, September 7th, and they were drawing attention in this poll to Trump's approval ratings stay in negative territory while Americans express strong support for vaccines and turmoil at federal health agencies. But buried in that poll, it says, the question 33, when it comes to political matters, do you consider yourself to be, and then this was only for Democrats that responded, more of a supporter of progressive causes in the progressive movement? 54% said yes. And then more of a supporter of the Democratic Party, 46%. So you're starting to see, even among the base, like a shift away from just the center.
Yeah.
And being kind of like uncritically like, yeah, I back whatever the Dems want, and like seeing people want them to be more like align themselves, you know, not align themselves, but actually, you know, stand for something beyond just like we're the anti-Trump party.
Right. I consider myself a very radical progressive, and I'm a big fan of other really radical guys. Like, have you heard of this guy, Richie Torres?
Yes,
I
hear that he might actually be the face of the progressive movement one day.
That's my guy right there. That's my dude. I'm pretty sure he's like a revolutionary. I believe he's a communist, and I believe that he's like starting a revolution. That's what I'm looking at right there.
Yeah, like not long. Like I swear I saw him pictured with like a little red book and like a black beret, like a couple of days ago.
I'm like, whoa, this guy's serious business. He might be even too extreme for me. So that's who we're getting behind. Anything else you want to do a plug or something? What's your channel?
Oh, I'm at Straighterade. Straighterade _ on everything.
You're good at this streaming thing. Do you ever run out of stuff to say, or are you ever like, I got it? It doesn't seem like it. Seems like you know what you're doing with this streaming.
No, and it's like partially because of you, because you have like shown me the light on how much content exists on the Valuetainment network that needs to be thoroughly consumed, documented, responded to, reacted to, just viewed in general, because many people are viewing this, and so my channel is like 50% just reacting to PBD at this point, and like the Valuetainment network.
He is so like accidentally funny, you know, like it's like he is just one of the funniest guys. And I saw him, he did like a kind of memorial thing for Charlie Kirk, and it was like, if there were a model for how I would not want people to talk about me, you know, when I'm gone, you know, it would be that. Like, his mic stopped working the whole time, and then he was talking about the soundtrack to Gladiator. Then he had that guy who I think is like his accountant or something say a prayer. It's just like, it's the last thing I would want. So that's good that you got him to talk about. He'll
I was screening like their other reaction today to see like, okay, is this worth going over? They're convinced that somebody right next to Charlie Kirk was actually the one that did it, because he was like, he pulled up a TikTok and was like, watch this guy, watch his hand. He does it, and then they were all talking about how much they cried, because all of them cried, and then Adam was like, I didn't cry. I've cried in the last decade. I've cried like 3 times. It was like when my girlfriend was diagnosed with cancer, when this person died, and now Charlie Kirk. I went home and I cried a lot.
Adam has such a strange moral compass. Like, I don't know if you heard the thing where he was talking about how
his mom needed to work till she fucking like dies. Yeah.
And here's you know what? I have an Adam connection. Maybe I'll be able to get Adam on the show at some. I would like, maybe you need to have like a recurring debate with Adam. I think you might be able to talk some sense into him. But there's something There's something crazy about your mom. He's like, get back to work, Mom. Your husband just died. Get back to work.
He was like, so my stepfather passed away earlier this week, and my mom, who's 74, I love her so much. You know, she just doesn't have enough to retire. And so I went up to her and I said, Mom, you can't stop working yet. You need to keep working because you don't have enough money. You would think that that sentence was going to end with like, oh, I'll take care of it, Mom. Don't worry. Like, that's why I worked this hard. Because he said it recently at other points that he's like the wealthiest that he's ever been.
Yeah. That's,
right now.
Yeah.
Like over like a millionaire. And he like can't spare like 30K a year out of that $1 million he's got saved up for like his mom, on top of like whatever she gets for, with like Social Security or whatever.
You know what's going to end up happening? They're going to pull a Tom, and they're going to have that mom, you know, she's going to be on a mic on the Valuetainment show, and they're going to be forcing her to do talking points about how, you know, poor people are idiots or something. You know,
Yeah, she needs to co-sign the PBD proposal of raising the eligible age for Social Security all the way up to 85, which is over almost a decade after, like the average man in America lives to be like 76 and the average woman 81. So like 9 years after you're expected to like die is when you'll be eligible. You ought to be eligible for this program.
That's classic PBD with the great takes. All right, Straighter Aid, everybody go check out Straighter Aid's stream. Always
and you have
good.
to plug yourself as well because there's no image for my.
Oh
I'm
my
like
God.
talking to a ghost as far as they're concerned.
Hey guys, check me out at the RM Brown YouTube. Thanks, Straighter Aid. Talk to you soon. Come back soon.
Anytime. Have a good one. Bye, Arm Brown.
Bye bye. Bye bye. Bye bye. Bye bye. Let's take a few more calls and get the hell out of here. Captain Yikes, are you there? Beanie Babies are greater than babies who wear beanies. Our newsman. Oh, whoa! Spezatura. I'm reading your name all wrong. Okay. So Captain Yikes, not saying anything. That's the classic move on the stream.
I am.
Whoa. Captain Yikes, try again, please.
I'm trying now. Can you hear me now?
Hey, it's me, Hassan Parker. You got anything to say to me?
Yeah, I've got a lot to say, Hassan. Yeah, I've got like at least 12 things.
Whoa. Okay.
I'm gonna keep them close to my chest for now until you kind of. You know.
Yeah, good. Don't say anything. If you don't have anything nice to say, don't say anything at all for Hassan Parker.
That's what they tell me. You know, I mean,
Hassan Parker.
Hassan, you know, it's been a long time since we spoke last, and you know, there's a lot of bad blood between you and I, and
Yep.
I mean,
exactly. What were you?
Yeah.
You were making fun of that. He chews into the mic on the stream.
Oh, sorry.
That should be. And remember, we've talked about this. If you are doing streaming, I hope Straighter Aid doesn't do this. I should have confronted her about this. If you're doing a stream on one of these platforms and you start chewing into that mic, permanent. You get life in prison.
Yeah, you shouldn't really do that. And I don't think guttural, like, sort of coughing and sneezing needs to be. I think you can.
That's a felony.
You can keep that to the minimum. Yeah, it's a well.
That's
yeah.
a felony, and
Which
that will be determined by a judge what your sentence will be. But if you're eating a chicken wing into the mic on a stream into that Shure FM7B, that's immediate. That's an immediate life in prison.
It's a sound. It's a sound felony. I think you need an AI generated sound felony drop at this point. Like,
all right, Captain Yikes, and this guy. What is this guy? Jacob Shantz. He's right. My forehead is really reflecting there. Maybe I'm gonna start wearing a beanie. And that's the big takeaway from this show. Cover that forehead. Cover that forehead with a beanie. All right, everybody. Have a good weekend. Have a good weekend. Do a little bit of this. Do a little bit of this.
Flushing toilets.
And of course,
Take a doo-doo pie.
talk to you guys next time. Bye-bye.